Gotta wait for some people to show up. Yes, we do. We're about 2 minutes early, and that's okay because I'd rather be early than late at any time. And things over here, waiting for people to show up. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, okay, just kind of closing stuff up here. Hi, Trudy. How are you doing? Hello, everybody. Say hello as you come into the. Hi, everyone. Please say hello. Please say hello. Let me know who's here. Okay. I'm good, thanks, Trudy. Yeah, kind of funny. I just looked at my phone. I'm like, oh. I better go brush my hair. Hello, Christina. Hello, Michelle. How are you? So good to see you guys. Let me see here. That guy's a little bit bright. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? How's everybody doing? Oh, well, thank you, Trudy. I appreciate that. Hello, Linda. How are you today? Well, fall has definitely settled into the river here. We have much cooler nights and we're getting frost advisories. We haven't gotten any snow, which snow up here is pretty rare. We're still, of course, in California, I think close enough to the coast to where we shouldn't get a lot of snow, although last year we got a ton of snow, so I don't want snow. Hello, Deborah. How are you? Linda says she's doing well. Must be so beautiful where you are. It is really, really beautiful. I am very lucky to live here. There's no doubt about that. Very inspired by my environment. Greeting, Carolyn. Carolyn says, greetings to everyone from Fresno. Hello, Carolyn. Has it cooled down there at all in Fresno? I know Cindy will probably be on here soon. Of course, Cindy is one of our admins over at Messy Hands. Special thanks out to Cindy. I know Kat has a ton of stuff happening over at the gallery that she kind of runs that gallery, I believe. What it is it's like an artist's workspace. So it's a bunch of different studios. And they have a couple really big events coming up. So Kat's been super busy lately. That's why we haven't seen her as much over on Messy Hands. And that's why it's been so awesome to have Cindy helping out. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Cindy, darling. Okay. Linda says, yes, it is beautiful. Fresno. Michelle says, had a busy day, tired, happy to be in my chair relaxing. Yes, it is nice to relax, isn't it? Deborah, you got chains for your tires. I do have chains. But again, where we are, we don't get super cold. The snow doesn't last for too long, but I do have a set of chains, absolutely. It is a beautiful autumn day here too. Hello, Mary. Mary says hi from Virginia. Hi, Cindy. How are you doing? Cindy's here with us, so she can help us moderate. Deborah says we're supposed to get into the 70s next week. Can't wait. And Deborah, you're down in Florida, so Florida is going to cool off. Finally, I've heard, I think it's Brandy who keeps mentioning about how warm it is in Florida. Carolyn, it's Art Hop tonight at the gallery, and Kat is earning those big bucks. They definitely don't. Yeah. Art Hop is very cool. So in Fresno, Carolyn and Kat know each other. Carolyn goes to Kat's ATC. See, Kat has an ATC event. Carolyn, is that? I don't think that's once a week. I think it might be once a month. Not positive on that. Hi, Jean. How are you doing? And hello, Deborah. How are you? Nice to see everybody. So yeah, Kat has a ton of things going at their gallery. It's really awesome. And the AT Swap ATC swap is monthly, so that's very cool. Carolyn met Kat through Messy Hands or through the channel, so that's been really nice, that they've been able to develop a friendship and all of that stuff. I love when we're able to bring people together. Anyways, let's get to chatting about what's happening. Let's see. Trudy had asked last time what the t-shirts look like. So I'm just gonna post this up. Just a girl and her dog making art by the river. Hashtag Stephanie, Ani, and Ozzy. So yeah, the thing that I loved about this saying on here was that it can apply to anybody. It's not just me and Oz. It can be any girl and any dog hanging out by the river, right? So those are $25 here in the US. Oh, you better not restart now, you pooper. I just got the notification from the computer. Said, okay, not the restart now. Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, it is a really nice t-shirt. The V-neck, it's a nice quality shirt. Really pleased with how those turned out. Again, $25 in the States. Out of country, we have to figure out what the shipping is. So I do currently have all sizes from small to 2X. I only have two 2Xs left. So if you're interested, just send me a message through Messy Hands or contact me however, and we can make it work. You have my email address underneath most videos, so feel free to contact me however. Cindy says she's wearing it, but it confused her husband. That's too funny. How did it confuse him? Hello, how are you? Okay, so those are the t-shirts. Okay, we've had a couple of different questions about when we'll do, wondering if I was moving. Yeah, well, just cross it out and write pool up above it, right? So then you and your puppy can be hanging out at the pool. I always screw up how to say your dog's name. It is an incredibly cool dog. Cindy has a Instagram page for her dog, Juicy, Gussi, I think. Anyways, sorry, but yes. Juicy. Yusi. See, I am horrible at pronouncing names. As you guys know, pronunciation is not my strong suit. I don't know why. My brain just doesn't quite add it up. So it happens often enough that you know that it's not something that I do on purpose. How do I say my last name? That is a great question. So my last name, let me write it down here for you. It's Aune, and it's on E. Ani. So it's a Norwegian name. Ani. So yeah. Juicy and me on Instagram. I said it wrong again. Yusi. I see Yusi. Okay. You're welcome, Nana. Susan. Nana Southern Craft is Susan. Carolyn. Oh, yeah, Joey does mispronounce my last name incorrectly, but in other parts of the world, it's pronounced differently. Now, in Norway, I've heard that it has been pronounced Aun, and I don't know if that's true or not because I've never been to Norway, so I don't know. But I guess Ani is a fairly common surname in Norway, and there is a publisher actually, stack of cards that my last boss brought me from Norway that has Ani as the publisher. Kind of interesting, kind of cool. Okay. Oh, and Anon. Yeah, no, it's Ani. Just think O-N-E, On-E. Okay. All right. Oh, wanted to give you credit and couldn't say your last name. Yeah, it's all right. Man, Joey does put my link down underneath of her videos, which is so super cool. I really do appreciate that. Hi, Brendy, how are you? Oh, Patricia, hello, nice to meet you. She said that she just discovered you recently and glad to catch you live. It's great to meet you. Thank you for being here. Did you get your sketchbook yet? No, I have not gotten the sketchbook yet. I believe I received a notice that said that they were out of stock, and so that will be on its way, I'm sure. And I only get to the post office maybe once a week, so. Omasu says, a circus book looks fab. Love the lights. Excited to be. Oh, Deborah, thank you so very much. Deborah just contributed $20. Thank you so very much, dear. I really, truly do appreciate it. Cindy says, hello to Patricia. Covered in paint. Brandy is covered in paint. She says it's the best way to be. Yeah, I think I might have finally gotten the paint off. I've been playing with, I tried out the new Distress Oxide sprays last night and just completely got myself covered. I really appreciate your support, Deborah, as always. You've been one of my, thank you very, very much. Hello, Christy. How are you doing? Christy says hello from Minneapolis. Okay. Well, we did have a question on the ATCs, and people are wondering when I'll do a reveal video. So everybody should be making their ATCs. They should be sending them out soon. We have 10 days. The deadline to mail them out is the 13th. So please be sure that you guys are staying on track. You still have 10 days, so that's plenty of time. You've got a weekend in there. You've got time. Don't stress about it. I know that some people have been stressing about doing their own art and stuff like that, or having a fall theme or Halloween. Well, Halloween is fall, so don't worry about that. I think that's kind of fun. And seeing the artwork that you guys are doing over at Messy Hands is really, truly wonderful. Just a quick refresher on the ATC etiquette as you receive your ATC. It's very polite for you to post a photograph of the card that you've received and for you to also send a thank you, say your thank yous that way. Be sure to let people know that you've received the cards. Also, I think I'm still missing an address. I know some of you have not quite exchanged addresses yet. Definitely, guys, if you are in the exchange, you guys, you need to understand that you have to provide each other the addresses when it's requested. So let's be sure to keep on top of that. Check your messenger. Sometimes there are held messages. And if you get a held message, you're not going to necessarily receive that notification that it's there. You'll get one quick notification through your push notifications. So check. There are ways to check Messenger. Just keep looking around. Look at the little message box that's up there. Sometimes if you click that, there will be a thing that says held messages, whatever. Google how to find held messages on Messenger if you can't find it. It is your responsibility to get your addresses to your people. Everybody wants to participate. Everybody wants to receive and send. So let's make sure that we are providing our addresses. Okay. I've watched many and love, oh, thank you, Susan. Susan says, I've watched many and I love your down to earth attitude. You are my favorite. Thank you, Susan. I really, truly do appreciate it. I work hard on trying to be real, honestly. You guys get to see a lot of my life, probably a little bit too much. So, um, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Um, oh yes, and Cindy says to please, please, please say thank you to your sender. Even if you don't post a photo, at least acknowledge the sender. It's very cool. Somebody's asked, I've had actually a couple questions now of when I'm going to do a reveal video. Um, not everybody is required to send me an ATC because I am not sending everyone an ATC. So if you do decide to send me an ATC, that would be wonderful. And I would do a video showing you guys those after the exchange is done. 13th, give it another 5 to 10 days after that. So probably towards the end of October is when I will do the reveal. I think I've received a couple of them. I think from Deborah and Susan, not absolutely positive. So yeah, feel free to send me an ATC. I love that, and I'll be happy to show it. I'm probably not going to open them online like I did last time. It just took too long, and the live feed was really clunky. And of course, as I've stated numerous times, that video did get corrupted. So sadly, what the heck was that? Oh, like that's a message. Okay. All right. Oh, goodness. Susan says it's hotter in Virginia than it is on Venus. That's too bad. Oh, Brandy says paint on my deer, off to finish my Jack Skellington ornaments. Oh, how fun. That sounds great. What is that? Okay. Sorry, the weird things. 100 degrees in Southwest Virginia. Oh, goodness. Goodness, that's a lot. It's very hot. My sister lives in right by DC, in Virginia, by DC, Alexandria. Anyways, that's completely off subject. Okay. ATCs get them mailed out by October 13th. I have mailed mine out. I'm still waiting for one address. So would love to get that sent out. Okay. Do you do Facebook Lives? No, Susan, I do my lives here on YouTube instead of on Facebook. We changed platforms from Facebook to YouTube because the connection was better through YouTube than through Facebook. We just had better reception. So, all right. Okay. So we've finished up our wonderful book here. You guys saw this being made last week, and we will do the full run through for this one next week. That is actually Saturday's video. And we will be starting a new basic style altered book instead of the, excuse me, as you guys know, I have different levels of altered books. I have, the coffee table art book is, definitely more advanced. The circus book is way more advanced. And then the creating your first altered book is kind of for it's not easy necessarily, but the projects are probably more accessible to everybody. We will be continuing with that creating your first altered book series, but we're going to do a new project, a new book. We will be getting that started next week. And I could tell you what our subject is going to be, but I still want to think about it a little bit more before I fully commit to it, but I think it will be really cool. I think it'll be really cool. I think you guys will dig it. I think so. Okay. Let's see. So much inspiration, yes. Susan says 3 more pages and my first book will be done. Yeah, it feels really good when you get one finished up. There is a lot of accomplishment with that. Yeah, exactly, Susan. I cannot I cannot do Facebook Live feeds because of the picture and connection issues. The Wi-Fi does not allow it at all. YouTube has a much faster processing speed than the Facebook did. Hi, Susan. Susan says, hi, Stephanie. I spent the day doing jelly prints for the silhouettes. Oh, I think you spelled that correct. Isn't that fun? God, I love playing on the jelly press. I really miss being able to do that all the time. Let's see, Patreons, for your Friday video, since we are not doing a doodle, this is what we are working on this Friday, which is just a fun art journal page. I haven't played in my art journal for a while, so going back to my Italian Masters page, it was very fun to put together. And then we'll get something more regular figured out for our Friday videos over on Patreon. Our masterclass project is kicking butt. It's a little intimidating. I know I've said that numerous times, but I have Fred and Gertie down now on all of the Exquisite Corpse pages, and they're all lined up really well. I'm really pleased with, you guys on Patreon see how long it takes me to make sure that everything is lined up. And yeah, we've got to figure out. I still kind of want to do a story with them, but the words are going to be really hard, and I need to quit thinking about that and just go on towards making the images, because I can tell the story with just images also. Okay. Susan says, I'm so in love with jelly prints. I've watched a lot of videos on that. The techniques are endless. Yes, they are. And the cool thing about the jelly press is the more that you do them, the better you get. And oh, they're working on the one of the other buildings. So that's what that sound was. What does that sound? What does that sound? Circus book. Dun dun dun. Circus book. Now this puppy, as you can see, the spine is about 6 inches thick. I've done numerous surgeries on this book to continue to expand it. So yeah, it was definitely a feat of construction, man. There's a lot of work still to be done with this. As you saw in today's video, I've got to do this front page here. Well, this is what I want to finish first. I'm going to finish the front cover. The caboose still has a long ways to go. I'm going to fix the painting on this. And the engine still has a ways to go. I think I have a couple more lights that I'm going to put on here. I might have a number plate for this. And then just need to get the painting finished for this guy. So that's going to be our first project. And then we will figure out what to put here in the inside cover. I'll probably put something on the front of this tent. This page needs to be completed. And then this, I might want to put something here on the outside of the big top tent. And then other than that, that's it. So this baby weighs a lot. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back over here. Do you do the prints between 2 pieces of glass? No, it's a jelly plate. Yeah, Patricia, it is crazy. Hi, Sharon. How are you doing? I'm glad that you're here with us. Gel plate mono printing, like Cindy is saying, it's a lot of fun. We talked about it a lot last week. The circus book, I've been following your videos on this book. You just never quite. Every page is totally amazing. Yeah. Oh, this is where some of my longest subscribers, this is where a lot of people came in and caught my channel, was in the middle of these pages. Now, a lot of these videos are an hour to an hour and a half long, and they're just watching me work through the process more than having it be a teaching video, because the processes are so extensive. There's no way that I can just sit there and go, okay, now you glue this onto this, and now you scrape this and make that, or do this. The process on each one of these are so extensive that you really, it does take a very long time to make. And how do I explain what I'm doing other than showing you what I'm doing? Because I'm like, with this one, people are like, what are the rings for? Like, well, I don't know if it's going to work. These are frames. So I cut out each one of these individually. This particular layout has, I think, 14 frame pages. Frames, individual frames that I've taped and glued together and painted and all of that. So the teaching style might be a little bit different with the circus book, because it's very hard to condense what I'm doing into 30 minutes, and it's very hard to take you along on the process. The process itself is so time consuming. So that's what I was finding with Masterclass also with Fred and Gertie's, is that it's hard because I do such complex layouts that it's really hard to put them into 30 minutes, so I'm working for the 30 minutes that you see. I've put in probably 10 hours or 5 hours of work, like especially with Fred and Gertie's page. That thing's been really a ton of work. So if you want to make really cool art, though, it does take time. And then that's why we have also creating your first altered book. It's the faster process, Anyways, let's go back here. Let's see. Michelle. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're not, okay. And what about your Georgia O'Keeffe installation? Susan said that one is actually in the, that one is in that second altered book series. I think I called it the innovative altered book. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best thing to title that second book that had the cityscape in it. But yeah, that one was insane. That was insane. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me? Let me see here. The other thing that I wanted to chat about was Patreon. We for the upper tier, we definitely want to be sure to get our times scheduled for our chats. I have, at this point in time, I've picked up a steady shift at work, and so that is, it's nice to have a little bit more stability as far as knowing when I'm going to be working, which is, I have 3 nights in a row. So I'll have like Fridays and Saturdays available if people want to chat, or sometimes during the week. My sleep schedule is still a little messed up, but for our upper tier, let's try to get those scheduled a little bit quicker. So, okay. Yes. Okay. Love those pages. Amazing to see where he took that. Yeah. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah says, please help Steph out if you can. Even $5 today would help her. And that is really very, very true, guys. You know, we're just trying to just trying to make it. And you know, I'm looking at picking up a second job, which would actually be my third job because art is my first job. And the bartending is a second job, and I'm looking at grabbing a third job. And if I grab that third job, I will have less time for the art, and that's just a fact of life. I've got to make a living. So I had an opportunity placed in front of me just yesterday that could be really beneficial, and it would utilize my licensing. Which would be really nice to not have that expire. So, oh, Christy, thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate that. Christy just donated $30. Thank you. Thank you, dear. I really do appreciate that. Oh, Cindy says use the paypal.me instead of YouTube. Yes. If you could do that, that would be great. PayPal.me/Stephanie Ani Designs. That would be wonderful. Yes, you know, Susan, actually, I got that book returned to me. Susan is referring to this book, which all of these videos are also on YouTube. The Georgia O'Keeffe pages are here. Ooh, this was actually sitting at Stampington for a very long time. And so some of the pages have been damaged because of the way that because of the way it was stored, sadly. So yes, here are the O'Keeffe pages. It's probably not doing it justice. But yeah, this was a really, really cool project. And then we have our Georgia O'Keeffe inspired. These are her words. Whether you succeed or not is irrelevant. There is no such thing. Making your unknown known is the important thing. Miss Georgia O'Keeffe. These were all pieces of her paintings. So initially I had just put the paintings inside of each of these doors, and then I ended up taking strips of laser printed paintings and putting them into this set of doors. Okay. Christy says, I'm going to be creating my very first altered book this fall. The snow is going to start flying around Minnesota, so we'll have plenty of time to work on it. How many inches thick spine do you suggest? This one was probably about an inch, as you can see here. Maybe an inch and a half. So I would suggest at least an inch and a half. As you would see in the circus book. And let's see, I didn't have to do it in this one. So Christy, it just kind of depends on, or did I do an expansion? I think I did do no, I didn't. Oh, I did it on the Patreon book. That's the one that I put the expansion on, and that one will probably get expanded again. So yeah, an inch to an inch and a half, just kind of depending on where you're going to start with, Christy. It's a lot of fun. I'm so excited that you're going to work on books. Yay! And thank you, Deborah. Let's see. What kind of tape do you use to hold pages in the books? I don't use tape to hold pages in the books. Yay, Christy. Are you in I was in Stampington mid-January of 2019. Hi, Shane. How are you? Shane is Joseph Schmidt. Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Kathy's late. Christy, sounds good. Thanks. All right. And that circus book was the bomb. Lots of work went into that. So many hours of work has gone into the circus book. It's incredible how many hours went into that book. And I know that I still have a lot of work left on it. I don't have any more of that huge construction left, but just that front cover, that'll probably take quite a few more hours. Okay. Yes, thank you, Trudy. I appreciate that. Oh, good, Shane. I'm glad you're doing well. That circus book was a bomb. Yes. Oh, Trudy, don't be donating money that you can't afford. You know, I know that it's tough out there, and if you can't swing it, don't swing it. But I do appreciate every little bit. I definitely do, and it adds up. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, let's see. As you guys know, I don't use tape on the books at all. If I do use tapes like for in here, if I'm doing an expansion or a door flipping like that, I generally use a gaffer's tape or I'll use fabric. Fabric works much better than the gaffer's tape personally. Or I don't like black masking tape. I don't think that that works very well. I used to use a lot of fabric tape. So if you have like a silk tape, but sometimes that can get a little thick. So you want to use something that holds well and that has a good adhesive to it, but that also that you can layer mediums on top of it. Yeah, gaffer's tape is great. Okay, let's see. I think I've got all the books out here in front of me. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Susan, you'll just have to watch the videos. Oh, Deborah, I can answer you on the gaffer's tape. Just one second. Susan, I use Mod Podge or I use Fabri-Tac. It just depends. Depends on where I need it at. If it's in a seam, I use a fabric with Mod Podge. And if it's like on the front cover or something like that, I'll use Fabri-Tac. Let me find the gaffer's tape real quick for you, Deborah. I'll be more than happy to explain it. Look, I found it on the first try. I knew exactly where it was. Woohoo! Okay. I can't find gaffer's tape anywhere. I'll have to order it on Amazon. I haven't seen it in any stores either, Kathy. I think gaffer's tape. So you guys will see on movies, you know, how they'll roll the credits and they'll say gaffer 1, gaffer 2. Well, I think gaffer is just somebody that kind of does miscellaneous type things. I'm not exactly sure what a gaffer does, but this is gaffer's tape. So it's not a fabric. It's definitely a plastic. It is quite sticky. What they use it for is they use it to tape down cords so people don't trip over them. That's what this is used for. And you can get it in different widths. This is the 3-inch wide gaffer's tape. It does have some threading through it here, as you can see. It's pretty simple. Let me bring this light over and down here so you can see it a little bit better. It's not as strong as like a duct tape, but it's stronger than masking tape. Sometimes it doesn't stick down. It doesn't stay stuck down, which is kind of frustrating. I used it on the circus book quite a bit. I think I used it on the circus book. Yes. Yeah, I did, because I was just finishing up with this one when I learned about gaffer's tape from Seth Apter. It is hard to find. It is on Amazon. Holds cords down really well to the floors of studio sets. Yes. Okay. Yes, Amazon, been everywhere and asked, somewhere super impressed that I knew what it was. Yeah, right. It is not like duct tape, Deborah. Duct tape has more of a, duct tape has a stronger hold and it's more plastic than this is. This has a surface that is more willing to accept. So this is just a regular gel pen. I would expect that this gel pen can work on here. Whereas with duct tape, I think you'd have a really hard time. Now this gel pen is crappy. But so you can write on it, you can paint on it. You can put a layer of gesso on it, of course, like you could with duct tape. It's thinner than duct tape. That's okay, so that's probably your best indicator of what type of tape it is. You know how if you were to do this with duct tape, you would get a much thicker fold? Here you can get a very, very crisp line, and it makes it very thin. So it's very strong and durable. It's not as super stick as duct tape, but it does have a much thinner consistency. Probably similar to black masking tape, but with better glue and wider widths. Okay. Where do you buy this? Amazon. I think I have it in my links, but if not, I will try to get it up for you on Amazon. In the circus book, what did you use for the mask that has lights on it? I used a ruler. That is in the playlist for the Circus Altered book. So it'll be on. It's one of the last ones for this this layout. But this is a ruler. It's a pocket ruler. Ozzy. Oh, barks, babe. I don't know if you can see it. See? It's plastic, so I painted it. It was bright yellow plastic ruler. Painted it, glued it up. Oh, gaffer taped it. Okay. Do you have the gaffers under your Amazon link, Stephanie, so you get a few dimes when we order it? I believe it is, Christy. I will double check, but I think it is there. It's kind of one of those tools that I have in my toolbox at all times. I use it pretty exclusively for tape inside of a book. Okay, so it has a tooth on it. Yes, it does. It does have a tooth to it. I don't know if you can see it through this one. There you go. Gaffer's tape is more fabric-like than, yes, but it also, instead of, yeah, duct tape is really kind of plasticky. This has, it has an interesting texture to it. It has a very nice texture to it. You'll like it. You will like it, Deborah, trust me. It's not that expensive and it's worth you trying out. Okay. Been using white medical tape, like what you wrap your ankle injury. And white medical tape does work also. The one thing that I did find with it, if you get that stuff that is too thick, it does add bulk to your creases and to your folds, which I did not like the bulkiness that you can get with that silk tape. Okay, waves, darling. Oh, the video is messy. I can't see you. It's not unusual, Morgana. Hit your refresh button, see if that helps out your picture any. Hi, Tony, how are you? I got gaffers in white. Yeah, I think it does come in a couple different colors. Thank you, Oma, for mentioning that. Oh, it's her connection, not your device. It's from Cindy. Yes. Hopefully, well, at least we're getting a continuous connection right now, so I'm happy about that. We're not freezing up. Knock on wood, right? Okay, yeah, try it out, Deborah. It's worthwhile to try. A ruler, oh my God. What an inventive imagination with that. I figured that out because I needed something that was going to be able to expand, but it had to come down. I was like, okay, do I put a stick in there? What in the world do I put in here that will have a bendability to it so that it can still stay compact enough that I can, I had to build a little box to put I was just looking at different rulers, thinking about how I could hinge them. I wanted something skinny and strong, and this ended up popping up on Amazon. I just kept looking and looking for different ideas of something that would be long and thin that could be retractable, and but I found it, and so it worked perfectly. But yes, it was crazy. Like, oh yeah, let's make a book light up. Let's do that. Let's make lights. Crazy. Um, Susan, I have a large toolbox. She asks, what other items other than the common ones like Mod Podge, etc., do you keep on hand? I always keep a couple types of tape, a couple types of glue. I mean, you just have to watch the video, Susan. You'll see what products I use over and over. I have a product list underneath every single video that shows you exactly what products I use, and it gives you links to them. Those are definitely products that I would recommend. If you don't want to get a certain medium, then don't get them. But any other tool that's in there, that's what I use, and that's what I would recommend. Good fussy cutting scissors. Yeah, those are nice to have for sure. Waves from Italy. Hugs, Mariana. It's so cool to be a global community. Makes me very happy. I would have thought of an old telescoping antenna before I thought of a ruler. I did think about that. I did think about, yes. Oh, work is calling. Shoot. Work is calling. Okay. Work is calling. Just a second, guys. Hi, Jen. Hi, Rainey. Good. How are you doing? Um, yeah, I can come in tonight. Yeah, sure. Oh, we have a band? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Uh, yep, I can do that. I'll be there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be there. You bet. Bye-bye. I'm working tonight. Oh, there's a band tonight and I didn't know it. But yeah, so I'm kind of the on-call person. So, all right. Show the lights. Um, the lights. They're. I think they're all kind of wrapped up right now, Deborah. Um, answer. Don't answer. It was a trap. And yes, a band. Let's all go. Yes, that would be fun. That would be fun. Um, let's see here. Where is the lights? Ah, they're kind of a pain in the behind to attach. I've attached them by these little clips and then the little garment pins. Those are pins, garment pins. They can watch the walkthrough video posted today on the Circus Book. Yes, that is true, guys. This was just posted today, so you can see how everything works out. Yes, Deborah, I wish you lived close also. I really do. This light is better than the light that I had, but you get the idea. Yeah, basically we just put the lights on the tent. Doot, doot. Now, these are very nice bright lights. So, um, yeah, there. I'm not going to feed it all the way through because it's a pain in the behind. It was definitely a circus for sure. Um, a bar band, busier night with more people and more tips. Hopefully, the fact is that I didn't know that there was a band, and I don't know how many other people knew that there was a band. So then we might just have a regular Thursday night crowd, and so it might not be busy. And then if it's not busy, then I go home in an hour and don't make any money, but it's worth a shot. So yeah, you know, we'll hope for that, and we will hope for a busier night with more people. Definitely. Um, having the low seniority though, I am on the slower end of the bar, so we'll see how it goes. We'll hope it goes well. All right. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Thank you both, Deborah and Christy, for your donations. I really do appreciate that. And Trudy. Does anybody have any questions for me? Ozzy, come here and say hello to everybody. Come here. Come here. Give me your ball. Come here. Up. Up. That's a boy. Hi, Ozzy. Hi, Ozzy. Ozzy's doing good. Oh, he's wild. He's a wild kid. Where are you going? Where are you going? He's still so much a puppy. What? You gonna get that? Oh, 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 oh yeah. Oh yes, tugs. Judy says hello to Ozzy. Omasu says hi, Ozzy. Ozzy. Kathy says hi, Ozzy. Everybody says hi to Ozzy. Come here. Come up here. Come up here. Hey. That's a wild man. That's my wild man. He is your godson, Cindy. Oh, stay here. 2 seconds. Slow down. Slow down, handsome. Let's see. Have you ever used a spackle type paste instead of texture paste? I haven't, Anne. I think I did buy some. I haven't really used it though because I do my own homemade texture paste, which works really slick. So it's not broke. I won't fix it. But I do have some spackle paste that I've been kind of wanting to fool around with and see what I can do. I just haven't played. No, what is it? Is it spackle? It's powdered stuff. Yes, Deborah, he is your godson too. What a handsome boy. Yes, he is. He's kind of everybody's boy. Would spackle crackle? Kathy, you wouldn't think so because it's made to not crack. But I guess it would probably depend on you just would have to play with it and see how it works and see if you could make a good crackle paste because it might make a good crackle paste. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried it. I don't know. Google it. I'm sure somebody's tried it. There's so much stuff out there. It'd be worth Googling. I have some leftover from housework and I've wondered how it would work like texture paste just to use it up. I would check it out. And what I would do is just test it on something and see what happens. Don't test it on the piece of work that goes into your book right off the bat. If you haven't really used it, try it out and see. Yes, he is ours. He is. I have definitely shared that boy with you guys ever since the first day I got him. And I am very happy that he has turned out the way he is and not he's a little bit of a brat. You're a little spoiled. He's doing really good though with me being away at work. I have to say, I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of you. Hold on. I can't wait for you to have a little less energy though. I just can't wait. I can't wait for that. Okay. All right, Cindy, where would we find hide glue? Oh, you'll be waiting a long time for. I know he's got so much energy. All right, guys. Well, Ozzy is insisting that I go play. Does anybody have any other questions? Oh, a store. Thanks, Cindy. Maybe one of the big box stores. I don't know. Franklin's Hide Glue. Ah, check that out. Dog. So strong. Hobby store. Oh, at a hobby store. Okay, cool. Thank you, Cindy. Always my information. Good night, Trudy. Have a good night, honey. Sleep well. Go play now. Yeah, this is definitely. All right. Ta-ta, Deborah. Thank you again so very much. And yeah, try out the Gaffer's tape. It's worth it. Okay, everybody else, bye-bye. It's been great to talk to you. Luck on the work tonight. Thank you so much, Anne. I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess I better go get in the shower and go start getting ready for work. I have a couple hours, but ciao, Kathy. Goodbye, Patricia. See you, everybody. Love you guys.